Howdy folks. I guess it's been a minute. Thanks for finding your way back. Sure glad to see you here. We appreciate you coming and watching our videos. I guess it's been about a month or so. This is Saturday, June 13th. Spring is almost over. Summer is almost here, but it's 30 some degrees Celsius in here right now. I've been spending some time working up here on wiring, new alternator, modifying battery box, splicing cables, labeling them, all in an effort to ensure that I meet ABYC compliance on especially the electrical, the fuel system, and the propane. And I started to film an update. I'll tack it on to the end that I took about, almost 4 weeks ago. I had a little accident. Yeah, I was walking down through the companionway here to go into the forward cabin, and the second step of the stairs gave way and down I went, and I had a goose egg on my left shin about the size of a golf ball, and it hurt like hell for a very long time. And that's back to normal. And as I was filming that footage, to come and explain to you what I did to hurt myself, I banged it again getting on the boat. So yeah, I'm a klutz. I'm sorry. It's just who I am. But I've been doing a lot of research into what's going to be required to meet all of these standards and Transport Canada small vessel regulations, etc. In preparation for the day the insurance surveyor walks aboard. I've created a checklist that explains absolutely everything about this boat. All the metadata you can imagine: length, width, depth, hull construction, lamination, materials, lamination schedules, all the tankage, all the plumbing, all the wiring, the engine installation, the drivetrain, the bilge pumps, all that stuff. It's all in there. It's just mind-boggling. The document started out to be 1 or 2 pagers, now like 18 or 19 pages long. But when the surveyor shows up, I'll be able to hand it to him. He can scan it. It's all laid out. Clean magnetic door before use. What the fuck is that? Anyways, it's still recording, I think. And yeah, so when he walks aboard, he'll have this checklist. He can go through it in logical order. He may have his own, that's fine, but I'll give him a copy and he can walk away with it. Every piece of equipment that's installed has make, model number, part number, serial number, date of installation, etc. There's long descriptions of how each of these installations complies with a specific ABYC standard or Transport Canada standard, and then he can hopefully that will ease his progress through getting us a decent recommendation for insurance somewhere down the road. So anyways, but I'm more worried about the boat being safe. The last 2 boats we have, the wiring was a mess, the bilge pumps didn't work, steering was a mess, trim tabs didn't work, stuff like that. So eventually, over time, I weeded out all of those errors, and just as I got them working as best I could, I sold both boats. But anyways, part of the reason I built this one is I was tired of dealing with previous owners' messes and cleaning them up and trying to make things work. And most of them were a real mess when it came to wiring and plumbing, etc. So this one will be different. There's a lot of cost involved in meeting these compliance standards, and things like lithium batteries, which weren't even a thing when I started this boat. We've gone through 3 evolutions of batteries before we landed on 2 times 300 amp hour lithium iron phosphate batteries. So these batteries are probably 6 times more powerful than the batteries we ever had in any of our other boats, and it's going to take a lot bigger wire, a lot more expensive wire. The wire lugs, etc., are more expensive. There's ways in which they have to be installed and supported and marked, and it just goes on forever. All has to be compliant. It basically all has to be there. So on the electrical side, I think we got a pretty good handle on that. The lithium batteries will be contained in a NOCO industrial 8D double battery box with ventilation added so that it complies with the ABYC standard. The wires are all huge. This is just a 1.0 AWG ground strap that goes from the negative terminal of the battery to the block. And I need the lugs, which are coming today. The rest of the wiring for the DC system from the lithium batteries to the inverter, etc., are all 2-aught AWG, and I was able to do that instead of going with 3 or 4 because the runs are very short. They're like 3.5 feet one way, so we're still compliant within the regulations, and they'll all be terminated and labeled and all that kind of stuff. So the electrical side I feel pretty good on. The propane side has been a bit more of a challenge, and I've built the propane locker, and it just needs to be a little bit of finishing and a few adjustments, and I'll spray paint it and get it ready for top coat. And once I bring it up on the boat, it's going to be in the way, but every flat surface is a workbench, right? So you'll see. I'll stick a picture up here of what the box looks like. Anyways, propane coming into the boat, I have to be very careful how that's managed, and how there are the supply lines and that can have no connections or breaks in them anywhere between the propane tanks and where the stove will sit. So that all has a lot of care that has to be taken with it. Inside the locker, there's a distribution manifold, intake manifold for 2 17-pound composite tanks. The little doom jiggy there that lowers the pressure, and a gauge. All that has to be in there in a certain form and fashion. There has to be a drain put into the bottom, and I'll stick that up, and that has to discharge directly over the side with no bends or kinks or anything like that. So it's fairly specific in how it's built, but again, that's for safety. And what else was I gonna say? Anyways, I mostly, for the first couple of weeks after I banged up my leg, I just kind of puttered around and I did a lot of research, and I think we've got the plan nailed down, how this is going to come together. We've worked on the plumbing layout, where everything has to go. I had an issue with the freshwater circulation pump that I bought, and it apparently has issues with running off inverters. So my inverter charger automatic transfer switch has now been downgraded to just an inverter, which sucks, because now I have to swap around battery chargers between the RV and here. That's not a big deal. And yeah, the automatic transfer switch, I can't use that. So the AC power will come into the boat, will go to the distribution panel, and then there's a two-way rotary switch to select the source, whether it's shore power, and it says generator, but that would be inverter. So it's a manual process, it's not automated. There's still a tremendous amount of work to do, and I'm not getting any younger, and stamina is a real issue. And in the summertime, it can get up to 45 degrees Celsius inside the shed, and I'm a Canadian. At 30 degrees, I start to strip off every piece of clothing I have and still sweat my hacky sack off. So that's not very pleasant sight, but anyways, we're just gonna keep plugging away. You know, a wise man once said, it doesn't matter how slow you go, just as long as you don't quit. So I'm not quitting. So there you have it, folks. I'll tack that little footage on here at the end of the little tour around the workshop and the boat shed and the propane locker, etc. And that'll be it for this video. So thank you again all for coming back and watching our videos. We really appreciate it. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know how you're doing, where you're from, what you're working on. Any questions about the boat. If you want to see that surveyor's checklist I'm working on, just send me a message either on YouTube in the description or on Facebook in Messenger, and I'll send you a link to it. It's pretty interesting. Some people already have a copy, but that's document is constantly under revision and will be probably throughout most of the winter as we refine the layout and how it's presented and all that other stuff. So anyways, it's a lot of work. Maybe it can help somebody, I don't know, but you're welcome to it. What else was I going to say? I think that's about it. So until the next time, from Lori and I and the furry four-legged freeloading felines that allow us to live in their house, we hope you're all well, happy, and safe. Cheers.